Yo, bartender.
Bar's closed.
Hey, yo, bartender, what's good, man? Let me get a drink, man. Let me get a shot.
Hey, man, I know you just put up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you need to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man, I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to it. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna get you one drink, cause it look like you need it.
One drink? I can do one drink. I can do one drink, cause I really, yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things I want to say brought to you by is Camo Disposed up in Tennessee. But one of the things I always want to tell you is just because I'm there doesn't mean that's why I promote it. I promote it because it's not just about me, it's about my team.
Yeah.
So please find out about our team and what we're trying to do, because customer service is going to be something near and dear to our heart. And I'm not going to talk about the big boys and what they do. I'm talking about what I can do. Because I noticed working with them, some of the things that I enjoy, and one of them is having a great team. And you're going to find that out when you call on Camo, because we're going to come out as a team of people that's going to give you satisfaction. It ain't going to just be guaranteed. It's going to be one of the things that we're trying to always strive and do.
Yes.
So give us that opportunity over here at Camo. We're up in Tennessee, but we'll be near you soon. Okay?
All right.
That's what we do.
Woo.
Now, I got to get back to this person been rocking with me for over 6 years. I'm telling you, every time you women need to pay attention, he comes in with a smile. Craft Medic, how you doing tonight, big baby?
Lovely, Jay. Everything's groovy, man. Everything's gravy groovy.
Crazy, smile,
Gravy groovy. Lovely, you know.
Listen,
You know, I got rid of most of my problems 10 years ago, man.
Okay.
I don't live with problems. I solved them.
got rid of them 10 years ago.
More than 10 years ago.
I'm just saying.
More like 18 years ago.
So, this been in your rear view.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so I live a smooth life,
I like that.
right? I live a smooth life.
craft.
Yes, sir. And let's introduce our guest tonight. We
Okay.
have DJ Too High in the studio with us again. Welcome, my friend.
Oh, what's up, baby? How y'all doing? I love to be here with y'all.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, we love
Appreciate
having
you
you
being
here too, man. We love having you here.
Love being here.
And how you doing tonight, Smooth Jay?
Man, one of the things I got to tell you, man, with all the traveling back and forth, I can say one thing. I'm very blessed. Blessed to be able to wake up every day, but let alone to have the great people around me. So when I let life kind of absorb me and make me feel like, oh man, I need to recharge, I can come back here and I recharge with people that got that same kind of energy.
Yes.
So the recharge is a lot faster. It's like that plug to give you that extra juice. I get it from my people, and that's what I really love. Because a lot of time I'm not always going to be fed.
Right.
You got to understand. You got to stay charged to be a leader to feed. But a lot of times you need to be fed yourself. And when I come back here, I get fed, I get blessed, I get charged up,
Yes.
and then I go back and I'm a beast.
A great way to introduce our show. This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay.
In the building.
We got DJ Too High in the
Yes,
house
what's that?
tonight. And we are just simply here to liberate your minds and souls with a fantastic dialogue. We're going to have a conversation tonight here about happiness. And
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
yes, sir. And we want you folks to chime in from your own seat and really get into the conversation, because I believe we all can have an opportunity to grow in our happiness. And so I want you to listen to the conversation and decide what you're going to do differently than you've done ever before in your life. I want you to really make a major and powerful decision about your happiness as a result of listening to this show tonight. And so just allow it to be somewhat therapeutic.
Yes, yes.
Again, Jay's vision is, the reason we call it Bar Talk is because when you get to the bar, just about the time you get the first few sips of your first drink going,
Yes.
you open up and you start talking and you start discussing what's really wrong with you. And the bartender, the guy next to you probably can't heal you, but sometimes it feels good just to have the conversation and let it out.
That's what we
Right?
do.
But
And that's what we do.
bartender the bartender pretty much know everything about everybody. Because everybody talk to the bartender.
Yeah, they know. But listen, the bartender, he don't get too close to you, but he'll
No,
listen to you.
it don't get close, but he hear all your stories.
Yeah, he know all your
He
stories.
hear all your
There you
stories. So
go.
the bartender got it going on.
Yeah, and so we want to thank you folks for being here tonight, and of course we always start the show off with a prayer. And Mr. Duhai, what's our prayer subject tonight? What am I praying over tonight?
I would like for the prayer to be. I can't say me because everybody else out there,
Right.
but to get your mind together, get stronger,
Yeah,
be stronger.
yeah,
Step up to the plate.
Mm.
Be stronger. Step up to the plate. I'm gonna use me for instance. I don't change jobs. I don't make the money that I used to, but I'm still working.
Right.
But I'm still trying. I ain't gonna never quit.
right.
Never quit until I lay down.
Yeah,
That's
but you gonna
I
get
ain't planning on
your
laying
mind
down no
together.
time soon.
Yeah, you want to get your mind together and get stronger.
Yes, sir.
Let's hand that over to you.
Let's give it to him.
Heavenly Father, we thank you today for this awesome day. We thank you for this Bar Talk family. We thank you for the audience that's with us today. Whether they're hearing it now or 50 years from now, we ask, Heavenly Father, that you would just bless every person at the sound of my voice. We're asking tonight, Father, that you would inspire us all to get our minds together
Yes.
and to be stronger in this walk of life. We don't know sometimes what we need for tomorrow. We don't know what we need for next year, but we're asking, Heavenly Father, that you would build us up and that you would gird us up with strength and that you would gird us up with a drive that is about getting things done in life.
Yes.
Don't let us be loungers. Don't let us be lazy. Don't let us miss our opportunities, wondering and filled with fears and doubts. Give us a drive that is relentless to achieve our goals and our dreams in life. Fill us with passion and purpose and fill us with the wisdom to be able to get things done. Inspire our minds with the intelligence on what we need to do and give us the right behaviors and attitudes to go and get those things done.
Yes.
Father, we're asking to not be sitting on the sideline in our own life. We want to participate in life and we want to put our best foot forward and we want greatness. We want life. We want abundance. We want happiness. We want freedom. We want understanding and wisdom. We want courage. We want passion and peace. Fill us, Lord, with everything necessary to live a great life right here on earth. We ask that you would be here with us in this show to do your good and perfect work. Speak your intelligence through us. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I would like to add,
Amen.
thank you for being for the show, but stay with us. If not us, stay with me, because I got issues, but
We all do.
like I say, stay with us.
Yes, sir.
Not just for the show.
Yeah.
Not just for the show.
That's right.
Stay with us.
Stay
There
with
you
us.
go.
Stay with us.
Stay with us.
All right. We are going to go ahead and dive into this conversation tonight.
All right.
And we want it to be fulfilling, but let me just open up, just try to throw some ideas out there for us to attack,
for it.
right?
Okay.
There are people who believe that our objective here in life is to be happy. There are people who are living their entire lives with the entire notion behind life that my goal, my objective, my task, the order of business for life is to be happy. But yet there are few people who really are experiencing happiness.
Oh, we're going to have some fun tonight.
There are
Oh,
few
yeah,
people.
this could be a good one.
There are
This could
few
be a good
people who are really kind of walking on a cloud while they live this life here on earth in this body. And I know that my father used to have this saying. He said, Junior, getting old as a mother. He said, as you age, your bones start to hurt and you wake up with this thing wrong and something this wrong. You might have to start watching your diet a little more and you might have to go and get a doctor visit and get some surgery. And sometimes you got to take medication all the time. And, and then, there's this part of life where it just seems like the world's just always leaning on you.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, that's
like
right. Come
you
on.
know,
Come on,
you get a little savings, and then somebody needs something from you who you love.
Yes.
You know, they borrowing from you, or people taking from you, or people, you know, trying to put you at a disadvantage, and you know, the whole world just leaning on you and stealing your joy and stealing your resources, and then we have this part of our lives where we know we're supposed to be doing something, but we don't even know what the hell it is. So we just come home and have a cold beer and a glass of wine in the evenings and just let the evenings settle out, missing the opportunity to reach for our greatest happiness.
But maybe we know what it is, but we just ain't going there because we looking for a way out.
Perhaps. Perhaps. And we should talk about a way out,
Yes,
because
sir.
the way out may not necessarily mean happiness.
Come on, man.
And so I've just opened the door to
Yes,
such an idea. And I think we all understand what happiness means, what it is.
Mhm.
How would you respond to that, Jake? What comes to mind?
I'm gonna tell you, man. You know, one of the things I can tell you is I try to inject happiness in what I do, but I don't strive just for it. If you ever look at your wedding vows, happiness is not in it.
I don't look at it.
And I'm gonna tell you, they didn't put that in
No, I
there
don't look
because
at it.
it's two selfish people coming together, and it ain't always gonna be a happy moment, okay? But there's gonna have to be some decisions made in order to achieve an objective. It's the
That's
same
for
thing.
another show on that right there.
Okay. And just like I want to achieve it in business, it's the same thing. It's not always going to be a happy time, but it's going to have to derive, and it's going to also be in you. I don't have to push people to a point where they're miserable. I know they have to have a break. The reason they need to have a break, they're human. Now, keep them in human form makes me realize happiness is also a moving target. I'm not always going to be right there to make everybody happy. I have to get some objectives done, but I can also show appreciation. I can still say thank you.
Okay.
And it can make a person happy because they done gave a lot. Okay? You done asked them to do all these tasks and you ain't said nothing to them. And they done did everything for you. So sometimes the happiness derives when it come back to you, realizing I'm happy that I was able to give you this and you was able to achieve it. And by me just saying gratitude makes another person can be happy. It might not. But again, it made me because I know what I asked of. And the happiness comes from the fact that you was able to achieve a task and I was able to give that gratitude back to you. And that's where I feel like some of that is. It's a moving thing. But do I just strive to do it? I would tell you no. Because everything is, that's happiness is an emotion and a feeling that I love to feel when I'm with somebody, especially my significant other. But even when I'm not, I still can feel it by how I live my life. And that's not just set at happiness. It's set at me having a goal to achieve. And when I'm starting to achieve things along the way, I get happy about them because I don't need the whole thing to be done for me to feel happy. The problem is you set so high and you don't understand. He allows you to achieve things and you need to see what he's putting in your path. You're not looking at that. You're looking at the end goal and you're not being happy. You're being miserable because you didn't achieve it. So everything else that you did is unhappy to you. And that's a mindset. And I like to say we need to break that. Because my kids do things that does not always make me happy. But they also do things that make me realize they're their own person. So it doesn't make me happy all the time that I see some of the things they do.
Mhm.
But what I do see is they're making decisions. And I wanted them to be able to do that.
Okay.
So guess what? I back up from the unhappiness of the decisions that they made to being happy that they're making decisions. Okay? That's a mindset of yours because sometimes I think we set things in a way that we're going to be miserable. Why? Their decision should make me miserable. It makes me worry, but it doesn't make me miserable. I have to change my mindset.
Right.
So things that I have to do, maybe I need to show them some other things, but the bottom line, I shouldn't be ridiculing the ones I love off of a failure that I know I've done. I didn't do everything right, but yet I want to make everybody happy. Check yourself first, please, because I really feel like sometimes it's a falseness in your happiness. And then you spread that through your family and everybody else. That's just the wrongness to me. I want you to be truly happy and understanding what the Lord had for you. Because I'm telling you, I got more joy when I realized I was ran amok, ran astray, but he never failed me. He still had me. And then he gave me the power to get out of that. But then I want to give it to them and say how they made me miserable because I missed the message. The message was they didn't, you allowed. Now that I'm out of that, I'm not miserable. I'm happy that he didn't give up on me. And then I can still strive and give that happiness back in a not way of what I received. I received some stuff that was like turmoil. But I don't walk in turmoil. I walked in the grace of him. So now all of a sudden people see me smile, but that happiness came from me understanding he had something better for me. And not me living within the worldliness of what somebody tried to leave me a muck in. Everybody ain't for you. Okay? And one thing about happiness tonight, please don't use it in the wrong way. It's a moving target. And some people say, all I want to do is be happy. That's half the time because your ass was miserable. You didn't even live within yourself. You just happy about your life, but now you want to live better. It's not about pulling yourself down. It's about understanding yourself and living happy through it.
Understanding yourself. I like that. What would you say to happiness?
Okay, excuse me. I had a couple of thoughts, but my thing about happiness is talking to y'all. I came a different way.
Okay.
I went last year. I took my daughter to Hawaii last year,
Okay.
and now we finna go to Alaska. I'm gonna take my other daughter to Alaska.
Okay.
But her mother ain't gonna let her go, so I can't take that one.
Right.
But happiness is when I took my daughter to Hawaii, and now we finna go to Alaska, and my money is jacked up, but I'm doing all I can to take my baby on the trip. My mama wanted to go, and I told Mama, I said, Mama, I can't afford this. But Mama like, baby, going. So happiness is taking my kids somewhere, being with them.
And let me ask you this. It brings joy to you,
Yes.
but is that your happiness or is that their happiness?
I mean, Mama wanted to go, but now that I sit back and look at it, I be my baby, but I didn't think she was going to let me take her to Alaska.
Right.
But when she said, oh, yeah, she can go. Oh, let's ride with this.
See, I've been in that position, and we've all been in that position, that other people's happiness seems to depend on us.
Mhm.
And that's not a comfortable place to be.
Not always.
You can't make anybody else happy. You
No,
can do
I mean,
things. You can do things for them.
You're right. I can't make her happy, but
Right.
I'll be happy that she's with me on the trip.
That would be pleasing to you,
Yeah.
right? But happiness is something right inside of here, right? And
Okay, I'll tell you what, happiness, what make me happy?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
I love climbing trees and cutting trees down.
Okay.
No, I'm a climber.
That's
I
your
love
stuff.
that. I
Okay.
love that.
Yeah.
I love climbing trees. I mean,
Listen, this guy is all over the place. Listen, he telling you his passion for cutting trees.
Right.
Now he's also a diver, right?
Yeah,
a deep sea diver.
No, I'm certified rescue diver.
Certified rescue diver.
All right.
Right? Man, you got some adventures in you, bro. All in Hawaii and Alaska. I got to figure out what's going on over there, man. You been making things happen,
I built houses. I do electrical work, plumbing,
Yeah.
landscaping,
Yeah. What's your favorite work? What's the work that makes you happy?
driving truck make me happy. But I like cutting grass.
Okay.
But I ain't doing no
I
daggone weed
love
eating.
this. I love this, bro. Driving
I'm
trucks
gonna
makes
talk
you
about that
happy.
later.
You enjoy driving trucks.
Yes.
No, I love it.
You love it. Ooh, that's beautiful. What do you love to do? What makes you happy, Jay?
Doing this show.
Doing this show. Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it all back to y'all. The reason why is I've been through so much, and it's like therapy. When I'm able to release some of the things I went through and talk to an audience that I didn't think that would even gonna receive me,
Yeah.
and then understanding that it's not just about you. My happiness is thriving within me, and then I felt like nobody cared to hear it. So when you realize that you can make a difference by speaking, he gave me a voice, and then you don't utilize it. It empowers you when you're able to speak words of affirmation and able to make somebody see you in a different way. That's the power that he gave me. And I didn't even know I had it. I didn't do talk radio. I didn't go to school for it. I went to school to learn. And I learned so much but I learned that I have a passion within me that an ex-fiance brought out of me. And since she brought it out, I love it.
And you hear, folks, what's happening here?
Yeah, but
You're hearing happiness as a result of people doing their purpose and their passion. Go ahead.
can I comment on your happiness?
Uh-huh.
I never in my life thought I would be sitting here doing the talk show.
Okay.
I never imagined that.
Right.
Excuse me, yeah. I never seen this.
Right.
Mhm.
And then I asked my cousin,
Mhm.
what we do. Yeah, I want to come see what you're doing. And when he showed me what he was doing, he put a chair. He like, go sit down. Like, what you mean, go sit down?
Yeah. 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 Sound like you might be experiencing some happiness right
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, this my happiness. Yeah,
This hour too. This is my favorite part of the week. We've been doing this show for 6 years.
Yes.
And
I ain't been
this,
doing it for a couple of minutes, but man,
this show is our lifeline. You know what I'm saying? Because it's where we can be who we are. It's where we can give back. It's where we can serve. It's where we can, invest our talents and our
Right.
time among, like-minded people. There's nothing like a team. There's nothing like having a like-minded people going in the same direction and being a part of that. And it took me a long time to learn that because I come from an only child, life. But I get happiness through operating in zones like this, right? And I'm gonna just take a moment of dialogue if I hear Jay. It's kind of a Minecraft dialogue, and there is a Minecraft video that expresses this to a T. But there's a two-way path to happiness, right? The first pathway to happiness is a lack of desire. The other pathway to happiness is desire. Okay, let me explain. Buddha, who's one of the great spiritual teachers of our time, basically suggests that desire is the beginning of unhappiness.
Mm.
Because when we desire things and we don't get them, it creates unhappiness in us, right?
I agree with
So when we desire goals and all this stuff, then all that stuff, when we don't get it or when we have setbacks, it causes us to be unhappy, right? And so what he suggests is that happiness is not dependent upon anything.
Mm.
It is a sun that can just shine in your spirit all day, every day, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what's happening.
Right.
Right. And that's, just a side note. That's why we need deity. That's not why we need God, because in the midst of a storm, I can look up to God and still experience joy and happiness, knowing that he's going to keep me safe and secure and bring me through this.
Right.
I can create happiness in this moment because I have a relationship with God. Right. And so it doesn't depend on me getting the new house, the new car, making this all the money, taking the trips. Your happiness doesn't depend on any of that stuff. Now, the other side of happiness is desire. We should all be following and seeking and working toward purpose and intention and our passions in life. That's what humanity is about. That's what life is about. It's about working toward your goals and your dreams. But you're not going to be unhappy if you don't fulfill those dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Fulfilling those dreams will make you very happy. It will make you happy and pleased in your accomplishments. This is whatever you're going to work toward, when you get it, it's something that the world should never be able to take away from you. Mm-hmm. And when you get that, that should create a spirit of happiness in you. But if you never achieve the goal, those of you who want to be rich, you want to have millions of dollars in the bank. You want to drive the 4 finest cars ever made into mankind. You want to buy the nicest houses. You want to buy land. You want to do real estate. You want to travel. You want to build buildings and libraries and roads and put your kids through college. Those people who want to do those things and you don't quite get them done, that should not create a spirit of unhappiness in you. Because we got to take one day at a time. I live life in this way. Tomorrow is not promised.
Not at all.
But I'm going to live like it is. But when I get to tomorrow, I'm going to take full advantage of tomorrow. I'm not going to live a 24-hour life. I'm going to live a 28 or a 30-hour life in tomorrow. Right? But yet at the same time, I'm going to plan for the day after that. Right? And so I believe the way to experience real happiness is to make sure that you plant a little bit inside of each day.
Okay.
You can always plan ahead.
You can always plan ahead, but you can always put some happiness in each day.
Yes.
Happiness is really, I think, a state of awareness. It's about me saying, you know what? I'm alive. I'm here. I'm doing great. I got a smile on my face. I just got my hair done. I got on my fresh outfit. I'm going to eat my favorite food today. I'm going to meet with some great people. I'm just going to experience the goodness of the moment. And that's what experience happiness. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm with you, Crab. I think it's a state of mind.
It's a state of mind. Okay. Booby agrees with me. It's a state of mind.
I
Absolutely.
totally agree.
Yeah.
In a state of mind, let me tell you how you can make somebody else happy. When I started this, I didn't start this for happiness. I started this because, again, I have a gift and a voice, and I wanted to get things out. The crew that I came up with stayed with me for 6 years. And I'm saying I'm so humble and happy to be able to sit next to this brother, right next to me, Brother Kraft, that I met a while before the show. He was with me with another show I did. And he stood on the side of me for a very long time, and he's still with me today. These are the things that make you motivated to understand what happiness is, because no one has to take you in or take that drive with you. Blue is the same way since I met him dealing with my son in the arts, and then all of a sudden he became a person that video takes for me. I've met some great people during this show that brought me happiness because of the fact that they rolled with me, stayed with me, and helped me. Because God didn't ask me to do this by myself, but He said, if you take this journey, I'll show you.
There you go.
And
there
that's
you go.
happiness at a state that I didn't even plan for.
Yeah.
But He showed me what He has for.
Yeah.
He has something for.
Yeah. You know,
But if I
go
can,
ahead, please.
if I can, I'm gonna say we were talking about happiness. What I said earlier about my kids and all, but
Mhm.
I'm really happy to be here with y'all because I never done this before. I never seen this before.
Okay.
I mean, y'all didn't rehearse me to what to say and how to do nothing. Y'all say you just talk. But for me to be here, I am happy. I'm humble, and I would love for y'all to bring me back again. But on the same time, if you don't get me back on your network again, that's fine. But I would like to be y'all friends, and y'all help me.
Absolutely.
Y'all help me come up to be a better man.
Absolutely.
Because I mean,
Absolutely.
y'all. I mean, I
Absolutely.
might be older than y'all, but then again,
Listen, we all
You
iron
are-
sharpens iron. We all here feeding
You
each other.
just
Right?
made me even more happy on my platform when I started, because just the words that you just
Just
said.
the words. Is
I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
Humble me,
Yeah.
because again, you got brought in by a person that was near dear to me as well. And as He brought you in, we don't have to pray.
Yeah, but
I
see,
really feel like we know.
I thought I was just coming to watch a sit down.
Yeah.
He like, oh, you sit right there, like,
Yeah.
excuse me.
We
Yeah,
add
yeah,
you.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
make everybody value.
But no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And we make
Yeah.
everybody feel apart.
That's
We're
right,
family.
feel
We're
apart.
I mean, no,
family.
man, I'm happy. I mean, y'all didn't make me feel uncomfortable, but I didn't know you go put me right here.
Yeah. What's this?
That's movie for you.
Let's-
But I accept the challenge.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would like to be
Yes.
a part of y'all life.
You
No
in.
problem.
You in. You here.
And this is what we do.
So watch this.
What you got? Right.
People in life
Mhm.
seem to believe that they will find their happy place
Mhm.
in a marriage and in a relationship.
Don't go there.
We gotta
Don't go there.
cover it. We gotta cover it.
Don't go
Because
there.
listen, there are too many people in the world who are believing that the institution of marriage is going to create their most happy experiences ever.
Don't go there.
But the reality is that it's not achieving that goal.
Don't go there.
Because we see too many relationships and too many marriages unhappy. We see too much failure in these quote unquote lifetime designed relationships.
Correct.
So where is the happiness in marriage?
It ain't now.
Ah!
I told you don't go there.
I didn't say that.
I told you don't go there.
That does
You asked me to be true. I'm
Yes.
true.
hey,
you are
that
truthful.
deserves a moment of silence.
I said don't go there. You can say something like that right here before you went there.
Okay, listen, we don't want to have the discussion. We don't want to tear down the
Oh
institution.
yeah,
of marriage.
go that way, guys. I got something for you.
We're not going to tear it down, but
Or
but
not in a Tuesday, but
I do need people to become aware
Uh-huh.
that
hold
if
on,
you
hold
are
on. Can I say something? Can I say something?
What you got?
No, I'm going to say something to everybody out there listening.
All right.
Do not marry somebody just because they want you to marry them. Marry somebody because you want to marry them. I'm serious, dog. I'm 100 right now.
And,
I
and,
feel
and
you.
I'm gonna tell you something. I
What's
mean,
that?
picking a partner is one of the most important
There you go.
decisions in your life because your partner, it decides on what y'all, you know what I'm saying, what y'all accomplish in life, what y'all doing in life, and it got to be a person that's compatible and on the same.
I agree,
And
but
watch
but when they come at you, if you want to beat me, you got to marry me. So I married her.
Okay, well that's the problem right there. That's the
But
problem.
no,
right there.
I mean, let's get real.
But
That's the problem in the
That's a
happiness.
real issue, though.
That happens all the time.
And the thing is that we all know that marriages was arranged back in the day. We did marriage for love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Marriage was right. Marriage was to get things done.
Done, right.
Marriage is actually a
A business.
business
Yeah.
because you have to
You
have
got
a
that?
license
Oh, I got
in
that.
order to get it.
I forgot I got a couple on the show. Yeah, it is a business.
It is a business.
Now you want me to give you $600 a month till I die for alimony?
I didn't see that one coming. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. My Tommy J did not see that one.
Oh
Listen, I've known this man about 2-3 hours. I done heard about them $600 alimony about 5 or 6 times.
Hey,
no, that's when you die.
That's pain.
Hey, yo,
No,
no,
that's
that's
not-
not
you die.
happening. That's
You
not
need,
happening.
listen, you need to get you another lawyer.
I'm gonna take you down by the lake.
Yeah.
I ain't see this one coming.
Let me get this out.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't make this up. This is
No,
straight.
let me get this out. Let
You
me
couldn't
get
have
this
made me up if you wanted to.
We didn't. There is no conclusion to the discussion of
Going down by the lake.
happiness for marriage.
Right,
Right.
right,
There
right.
is no conclusion for that.
Correct.
That you cannot get married for happiness. It should happen like this: two happy people come together and love one another. Right?
Right.
But what happens is one is happy and fulfilled, and the other needs the other one to be happy. And next thing you know, you got too much interdependency, and they're leaning on one another, and that shit just don't work. And then, 6 months, a year, 2 years, the other person's gonna feel depleted, gonna feel like, hey, you lean on me, but damn, I can't lean on you.
Right.
And so it gets uneven, and now happiness is just out the door.
Yeah,
right?
you been about damn
So-
safe.
Right.
I didn't see that one coming again. One of the things I got to say to you, Craft, because I love how you just did that. And a lot of time, again, traditional. It was a business, not just a regular business. It was families coming together, wealthy families, making a combinedness of wealth. And normally during the tradition of being married, a lot of money was being exchanged because the woman normally saved herself. The boy usually was out there. And when they got together, the namesake of the fathers was giving them up. Was starting the lineage of them families coming together. Then we got to today's time.
It had nothing to do with happiness.
No, happiness had
Right.
nothing to do with it. A lot of times they made it because, again, they was put together and they had to learn from
Listen.
that point.
And I like that relationship because it forces you to commit
you go.
whether you're happy or not. Let me turn the conversation just a little bit.
That's
Right.
a good idea.
This is a magnificent idea, right?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Everybody's believing that they're entitled to happiness.
Correct.
Everybody's people believe that. People believe that you should be happy in life. That's what you're supposed to be. I'm in life and I'm supposed to be happy. Why am I not happy? Because you're not supposed to be happy. This life is not about happiness. This life is about achievement. It's about
Right.
building buildings. It's about leaving projects completed and done for you, for your kinfolk, for the world, for humanity, for the totality of the universe. This world is about the dash, and the dash is about getting things done. And I have reached a point in my maturity, I've reached a point in my career where I could care less about happiness. I'm not seeking trips. I'm not seeking balling out of control. Well, I'm a ball out of control. Okay? We got to do that, right? But listen, I'm going to earn that, right?
Right.
But if I never get it, I'm not concerned about happiness. I'm not concerned about playing anymore. The next 30, 40, 50 years of my life is about how I can help people be better people. I can help my kids get on point, how I can help my business grow so I can create wealth and generational wealth, so I can teach other people how to create wealth, how to help people get up off the couch and get focused on their life, how to help them get right, proper attitudes and stay positive in life.
Yeah.
That is my journey. I was born to achieve something. The oak tree is inside of the acorn.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And there is nothing between the acorn and being an oak tree that says it's going to be happy. It's got a lot of work to do. It's got a lot of soil to move.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of moisture to capture. It's got a lot of photosynthesis to make happen.
Correct.
It's got a lot of fruit to produce. It's got a lot of shade to create. It has got to create something that can be built. You know, this human beings, we are builders. Human beings, that means we are creators. And if you don't leave anything, if you haven't created anything, then you probably will look at your life and say, obviously I wasn't happy and I didn't get shit done.
And again,
It's about getting stuff done, man. Let's focus on achievement and stop all this smiling and laughing and partying and hallelujah and hanging out. Let's go get something done that we can have built for ourselves and that we can have built for our families and for this world. Stop thinking about selfish joy. Think about worldly joy, and your peace shall be made whole and complete in this world because you're paying it forward for somebody else to be happy.
But
That's
I really
ultimately
agree with
you.
you. I really agree with you when you're saying stop talking about selfish joy. I really agree with you.
Mhm.
Like I say, I grew up as the only child.
Mhm.
So it took me a long time to learn how to share. Because I didn't know how to share. I didn't have nobody to share with.
Right.
I was on the kid. I mean, so I understand what you're saying. I mean, but on my behalf, that was kind of hard. But like I say, I just grew up as the only child.
I did too.
and again, that's your exposure.
Yeah.
And one of the things we try
I
to
did too.
bring out of this, and one of the things I want to go back to what Kraft said, he said the dash, and a lot of times people don't interpret everything. The dash is what's on your tombstone. You got a beginning date, you have a dash, and then you have an end date. And a lot of people never pay attention to the dash.
That dash.
But that dash is
Dash.
what did you do while you was here? And it could be
Yep.
short, it could be small, or it could be great. It's up
Right.
to you. If you cannot understand on that tombstone the beginning and the end, you don't know always of the end. It's what the hell you did in between. You could be born and only live a day and made an impact. You
Right.
change
Exactly.
things.
Exactly.
But it's up to you. What he's
Now-
saying is push the happiness to the side and put emphasis on your dash.
And listen, doesn't life do that itself? Like, you think about a young woman who, maybe she's smart,
Mhm.
and maybe at 22, 23, she's poised to be CEO and the world be her playground.
Mhm.
But her calling is to raise a child.
Okay.
Her calling ain't to be happy. Her calling is to raise a child. Her calling is to build a home. Her calling is to take the legacy of civilization, put it into her child so that her child can create more civilization. There's nothing you can find happiness in the midst of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Going to school meetings and being a part of the play and spending all your extra money on your kids and running behind them on the weekends and saving up for college so they
Right.
that's work.
Mm-hmm.
You can find some happy places between there, but what it's about what she achieves.
Okay.
Right? It's about what she accomplishes in her life.
Yeah, we had the conversation, but I'm trying to figure out right now, did we ever really come up with this, what happiness?
Now I'm gonna give you one because
Let's
you
look up the
mentioned.
definition.
You gonna look it up? Why you look it up? Give you one because you mentioned Alaska and Hawaii.
Yes.
I took my mom.
Well, my mom's wanted to go to Alaska,
Okay.
but when we went, so we took the family.
Right. Well,
Now we finna go to Alaska, cause mom want to go to Alaska, so we taking the family to Alaska.
well, I took my mom to Hawaii
Okay.
because I've been traveling. I've been doing things in Hawaii.
I-
And
I-
I've done stuff with my family, but I want to do something with my mom. Let me tell you about happiness because I picked my mom. I said, "Mom, where you want to go? You want to go Hawaii?" She said, "I ain't never been." So I took her. And I enjoyed it. Was there a whole week with my mother.
Yeah.
Now, did it make me happy? The joy of her telling me, okay, the joy of her telling me after we came back is she told me straight up that was on her bucket list.
Okay.
I didn't even know my mother had a bucket list. Okay? But it was something I wanted to make sure I did with her to show her I appreciated all what she did for me. Because me going on trips with these other women and doing other things, I need to remember the one that had me in all kinds of ways, not just birthed me, had me,
Yeah,
supported me.
perfect.
And
What
then
that for you?
for me to do that trip was just a trip. Okay. We had fun, we did things, it was a trip. No different than some other trips I took. What made me happy is realizing how it made her feel.
Well, moms are happy because I took my time off and went to Hawaii. Took my daughter and we went there and we stayed there. We stayed there for a week. It's a 9-hour flight, which was
You already know.
no. I'm claustrophobic.
Oh no, he's worse.
That made you, yeah. So watch this. The definition of happiness: the state of being happy, the state of being content, pleasure, satisfaction, cheerfulness, joy, glee, delight, high spirits, good cheer, well-being, enjoyment, exuberance, exhilaration, elation, ecstasy, jubilation, rapture, bliss, euphoria, beatitude, heaven, paradise, cloud nine.
And all these things can be achieved in all kinds of different ways. So I said it's moving. The use of multiple words. This word is just like a friend. You have to define it. You have to define your happiness. I don't feel like it should be set on one platform. It should be built off of yours. How you want to interject it. One thing Kraft said, don't just do it. Let this be a part of you. Do it, enjoy. Do the love that you do for your kids, enjoy. You know, keep joy in the hard work that we do, for we can keep some happiness in us, but it's not about the happiness. It's about that working towards that goal.
Yeah.
And then people see that you're into it. And then somebody might understand the happiness of completion.
Let me tell you what I see, Jay. And it's almost a phenomenon to me. I spent so much time in corporate America around suits that many years later, I had a chance to own a business, and I got a contract with the city of Tampa, and I had a contract with the city of Orlando.
Okay.
And my work in training and development was with their wastewater management department, and one was with the water maintenance. But what I got to meet was these brothers and sisters who are on the ground running, keeping this city functional. And I mean, let me tell you, these guys are highly intelligent. You don't ever take for granted a man who you see with them loud vests on, them green, yellow vests on, because they have expertise in their hands. But these men, not only are they extremely hardworking, but they crack jokes all day long. They come to work to have fun. They're doing big projects. They're doing major water mains for the entire city, optimization programs and cleanliness and utilities and all the major stuff, the highest tech stuff in the city.
When you can go to work, when you can go to work and have fun, you enjoy your job. You like going to your job. You wake up in the morning, I'm finna go to work. Yeah. And then you wake up like, oh man, skip this.
That creates happiness.
Right. I mean, you happy when you go to work.
Yeah, you
happy. The job I'm at right now, I have roll-off containers. You know, I ain't no big wig, whatever.
Sure.
But they like my work. There's one guy been there way longer than me.
Right.
I'm overdoing him.
Right.
They like my work. Like, once you do this, I say, no, you go tell the boss man.
Right.
For me to go do this and do that. Yeah. But I'm happy with my job when I go.
Job, yeah.
So when you happy with your job, you happy. When you go home happy. But when you got an ugly job and you go home and complain to your daggone woman, she gonna get pissed off with you after a while because you got down keep complaining. I don't want to hear that shit no more.
Do you hear that?
Oh, I heard it.
An unhappy job, an unhappy career, an unhappy money-making circumstance.
Unhappy wife behind that
will make.
I ain't see that one coming.
Will make your home unhappy.
Very much.
I mean, it
don't matter about the money you make.
Listen, you cannot go anywhere for 6, 8, 10, 12, 15 hours a day and be unhappy and expect the rest of your life to be happy.
Come on.
It's impossible. It defies the law of gravity.
I'm putting in right now 12, 13 hours a day.
Right.
But I love my job.
But you love your job, and so that makes it easy.
When I go home, when I go home, I still cook. I'm like, here you go, baby. I mean,
Yeah.
because I make home before she do.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Again, trying to
Listen,
keep
we
it
are,
happy.
we are just about out of time, and I think we have done this thing justice, right?
But when you
But-
you always close it out. Say, come up with a good motivation to everybody.
Okay,
Motivate everybody.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Here
about
we
that.
go. Happiness does not mean that you don't have problems.
Correct.
So we got to get our mindset right. Happiness does not mean that you won't experience storms, that there won't be hard days, that there won't be ruts to deal with, that there won't be tough times. Happiness does not mean that everybody agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness does not mean, happiness doesn't even mean you always get your way.
Correct.
True. Never.
Happiness has a very interesting connotation to it. It's about being happy, but happiness is about recognizing the good of your current state of being, right? If I'm in the middle of a storm, then I say to myself, I'm alive. That's enough for me to be happy today. If I'm on a vacation and I'm standing out in the middle of the ocean looking at the horizon, and I'm standing out there and spent thousands of dollars to get here and I bought new outfits, done planned and put the whole world aside so I can stand here and say, I did it. Sometimes that's happiness. Sometimes happiness is seeing other people get what they want and making sure that other people have what they need. But ultimately, happiness is a perspective on consciousness. It's a perspective on life. It's me being able to see the world from a happy place. And no matter what's going on around me, I have the ability to see from a happy place, because happiness is like heaven. It's already within. All I have to do is choose it and it'll come out.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
Totally.
Anything else to say on the subject, Jim?
Only thing I say is, man, you hit it home when you say that it's within you.
It's within you.
So again, if that's what's within you, get it out you.
All you can,
And that's back to what you do. That's how you plan what you do. And my whole thing is, some people just say, I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
My whole thing is, you're not giving me a completion of what it is, because your happiness can be set on so many different platforms.
I would like to say, as far as being happy, is talk to your child, your mate, your significant other, and talk and communicate. Because if y'all can talk and communicate, then you can form happiness. It's all about talking. Talk, communicate.
You see that?
I like
Relationships require talk and communicate in order to experience happiness. You see how that it takes those in order to get this.
Yes.
I can't believe I said talk when I don't want no talk much.
But now
I know.
You good.
That's
you
therapy.
good. But
Yes.
watch this. And I got to close with this because we're out of time, right? Anytime we are in a state that feels uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel good, and we want happiness. Here's how you get happiness.
Okay.
Call happiness to come into your life.
That's good.
Just like you would
That's
call peace to come into your life. Call happiness. Speak like this. Wake up in the morning and say, today is a happy day. It's going to be a happy day, upside down, inside out. I'm going to experience all the happiness that happiness can bring. I want a joyous, happy day. I'm going to declare happiness. I expect happiness. I'm receiving happiness. I know that happiness exists, and therefore I claim happiness today. Let happiness be my way. Therefore, happiness shall be my way.
And I will accept nothing less.
Come on.
And I will accept nothing less. A great way to close out our show.
Yes.
This has been Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth
Jay.
Jay. We got DJ Too High in the building.
Yes,
Want to
yes.
thank you for
What's
all
up,
of your time and your efforts, and we're gonna bring you back. I know you're excited about coming back to be with us.
Yes, sir.
But we want to thank you folks for being here with us tonight. We hope that this show has been
Therapeutic.
and edifying to your spirit.
And for
You know?
all y'all that
You
think
know?
I wasn't gonna be nothing, I am something.
There you
There,
go.
that's
There
what
you
I
go.
say. That right there.
And
That's it.
Yeah, so we want to thank you folks again. We're here every Thursday from 7 to 8, Facebook Live. Please like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends and family, and continue to come back and be with us here on this show. Never forget, folks, that we love you, we appreciate you, and with that, we are out.
Ain't no last call.